Hello once again, it's Carlos, and
This is Zuli.
we are here once
This is
again. Oh, you fail at life.
Just do it again.
She's failed at life. No, who no?
This is Zuli.
Alright, so today we're going to be giving you our top 10 players in basketball. And I just learned that you have an exceeding limit to how much you can put in a video. So we're going to make this very quick, but not very quick. We don't understand what we're saying. So we're going to make it very swift and understanding. So who do you put at number 10? Number 10 best player.
Damian Lillard.
Alright, now my number 10 player would have to be shoot. Oh, sorry, I didn't think about this truck. I'm gonna have to go. My top 10 player is gonna be Norris Cole from the Miami Heat because I'm just gonna be very brief. Even though he's not everybody knows him. He plays for the team as an actual point guard, whereas Chalmers does. So I'm gonna put him on countdown. I don't think I'm gonna put Chalmers on countdown. So put number 10. Who are you gonna put at number 9?
Number 9. For number 9, I'm gonna have to go Rudy Gay.
What?
I think he's pretty good. And, you know, when he used to play with Memphis, he was pretty good, and I saw some potential in him. And now that he's in Toronto, I think it's Toronto Raptors, and I think he's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with Rudy Gay for number 9.
My number 9 is gonna have to be. I think for number 9 am going to go with Kobe Bryant because he's a ball hog, but he makes the points with his ball hogging. So that's the reason I put him number 9 and not higher. If he would have passed the ball around a little more and not be conceited and think he can make every shot he goes for, I think he'd be higher. He definitely would be number 1, but I know he'd be higher, at least in the top 5 somewhere. But because of that, I have to put him number 9. What do you think for number 8?
Number 8, for number 8, I'm gonna have to go with. I'll go with Ray Allen. Number 8. I think on Supersonics, on the Bucks, on Boston, and now on Miami, I think he's been astonishing, and I think he's been amazing. And he beat Reggie Miller's 3-point record in, I think, a playoff game. In playoff games, so I choose Ray Allen. I think he's an astounding player.
No, you were somewhere on the baseline of what I was thinking. For number 8, I am definitely going Mike Miller. Another 3-point shooter in my league because
He's good.
the deal with him is, even though not many people know him, when he shoots a 3, he is constantly going to make 3s. And so you can't really say he's not going to make a 3 in a game. If he makes 1 3, he's definitely going to make another 3, at least 2 3s a game. So with that being said, I think we'll put Mike Miller at number 8. So for number 7, who's number 7 going to be?
Number 7, I'm gonna go. With Gerald Smith from the Knicks. Number 7.
My number 7. Also, again on the same baseline, Jason Kidd from the Knicks because of his long career and his heart, his soul, and his skill. That's what number 7.
Speaking of Jason Kidd, for number 6, I'm gonna go with Grant Hill. Grant Hill. You know, they both shared the Rookie Player of the Year, him and Jason Kidd. But I think even though
you mean the Rookie Player of the Year Jason Kidd got like 20 years ago?
They both shared it.
Yes, like 20 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, they were rookies a long time ago.
Oh yeah, you know that.
But I'm saying that he was good, and even though through his injuries, he played his best and he worked hard, and he was a humble person. So I'm choosing Grant Hill as number 6.
My number 6. I think I'm going to give my number 6 to. I think I'm going to regret this decision, but I think I'm going to give my number 6 to Blake Griffin. I don't think I'm going to regret this one because Blake Griffin's a good player. He's got his dunk. He's not the best at outside shots, but he's got his layups and his close jump shots. So I think for that, I wouldn't put him in the top 5, but it'd definitely be close with his number 6. So who do you put as number 5?
Number 5. Number 5, I'm I'm gonna say Dr. J.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with Dr. J. You know, going back to the past time, Dr. J was the man. His dunks were amazing. Like, they were ridiculous. Like, who knows what kind of dunk he's gonna make next. So I'm gonna go with Dr. J.
alright. Speaking of all stars, I think you guys are probably not gonna like this. I'm gonna go with Bill Russell. Even though he has 11 rings, rings don't defy everything because it couldn't have just been just him on this team that took him there to those 11 rings. So that like other players like LeBron who only has one, who is also a great player. He just hasn't had the same opportunities as Bill Russell. So even though Bill Russell was a good player, I think I'm gonna put him number 5. We can put him number 4.
Number 4. Oh, that's a hard one. Number 4, I am going to put. I'm gonna put Norris Cole.
Number 4.
And I think he's done so much, especially this season for Miami. Even just being a guy from the bench. He's not even a starting lineup, and he does so much for his team. So I'm gonna go with Norris Cole for number 4.
My number 4, close. My number 4 is gonna be Dwayne Wade because through all his injuries, through all his maniac, through all his years, he's gotten better, bigger, stronger, power. No, but I just think he's a good player for that. They really need him, so that's why I'm gonna play him at number 4. I think I'm going for number 3.
Kevin Durant. You know, I think he's amazing. I think he's not as humble as he was last year, but I think he's a good player. And even though he's not going to be able to carry OKC, but I think he's well enough to do his thing and become an amazing player.
Alright.
So I'm going to go with him for number 3.
My number 3. I'm also going to go with KD for his astonishing work on
Kevin Durant.
on OKC, but the reason I think I'd put him at number 2 if he would humble down, and because last year he was humble, but this year he's getting more technical, more physical, and not only that, he's already a scary dude because he's like 19, 20, and he's already 7'2". So already being scary, and then you're gonna get physical with people, and then makes people not like you anymore because it makes you seem unhumble. But I think I like him because of what he did for the tornado in Oklahoma. Who's your number 2?
Chris Paul.
Oh,
My assist man. I love him. I think he's amazing. I think what he does is amazing. The passes he makes to Blake Griffin, to all his team members on the Clippers, I think he's amazing. So I'm gonna go with him for number 2.
I love Chris Paul and all, but I think he does deserve a spot on this countdown. So I think I'm gonna tie him in second. I think I'm gonna tie Chris Paul with LeBron James because one, you can't have LeBron James making his dunk without the point guard and Chris Paul. If Chris Paul and LeBron James on the same team, they'd be unstoppable. Just like him and Norris Cole. Norris Cole's a bencher, and LeBron James still was getting all his points on alley oops and passes and flying that jet and flying through the air. So imagine Chris Paul with all those great passes. That's why I'm gonna tie him because you can't have one without the other. So who's your number 1 choice?
I think you know what it is, Carlos.
I will kill you if you say LeBron.
I'm saying LeBron James.
Kill you. That was the worst mistake you could ever make.
Number 1, and since this is number 1 pick, I'm gonna explain why.
Yeah, you should, because none of us understand. Am I right?
He's grown so much from going to Cleveland to Miami, and all the videos I've seen of him struggling from going to East Conference Finals and losing, and the way the way he reacts to it, and I think he's humbled, become so humble through this whole time, from going through all this. So I just want to say that I choose him as number 1. I think he's the most humble one, and I love him. So
mine is going to be very short, but very explanatory. Carmelo Anthony, within the name, it gives number 1. For the Nuggets, for the Knicks, did so much. The Knicks sucked before he got there. He took them to the first round of playoffs, not to the second round of playoffs. I am afraid for that team because now that Jason Kidd's gone, imagine who they're going to get now to work with him. So that's all I'm going to say is I think that Carmelo Anthony has done so much for teams he's played for. That's why I put him number 1. So that is our top 10 best players in the NBA ever. Even though most of them were from this season.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just want to thank you guys. I love you guys. I love you so much. So I'm saying is, keep watching. She doesn't love you as much as I do. Just saying, but
I do
keep
love you.
watching.